Back to throw. Meyer. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdown.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down. Meyer. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Throwing after the interception. Meyer. He'll rifle this one deep right. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes the flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dumps it off for Geis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Set! 319! 319!
Looking to throw. He'll check it down to Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Meyer. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, Meyer. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Gun!
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on second down. Meyer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw on third down, Meyer. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Meyer. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You got it. You got it.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Bills getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw. Meyer. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Meyer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Let's go. Man 38.
Looking to throw on second down. Meyer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
Back to throw. Meyer. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Nice move at the 40. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense. Get the ball back for our offense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Meyer. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Here we go. What? 90. What?
On 1st and 10, Meyer. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38!
Looking to throw. Meyer throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets it inside. The 10 to the 9.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Here we go!
Back to throw. Meyer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Operating from the gun. Meyer. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Looking to throw. Meyer forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10 to 9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They start on the ground with Geis, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Ohio. Ohio. Hut. Hut.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. Spins past him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. That's exactly what they did there.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bills have recovered.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. The Bills on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw from his end zone. Meyer. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and now it's third down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives him a little bit of room to complete it.
Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. Fourth down, they're going for it.
Gone!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Check 4. Ohio.
Off play action. Meyer. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Klein. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Klein. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Leopard. Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But, hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
White 90. White 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. There he goes again. And down to the 7-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they'll go on the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right together.